to Bebs with Says. Today I had to get my phone out to read this out. Australia's #1 ethically non-monogamous, sober, bisexual, divorcee comedian. Bianka.
Yeah, hi.
Welcome. How are you feeling?
I'm good. After that intro, I'm tired just hearing it. But yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah. How are you?
I'm okay. I mean, it's lovely to have a bed with you in the garden.
Yeah,
Feels
having a little tea. It's nice.
So homely.
Yeah.
I saw you do a set recently. So much to unpack, but I think we need to just dive in.
Sure, let's go for it.
What has been the worst experience when you've hooked up with a girl
Aye.
at their house?
Okay. Yeah. So I was like seeing this girl and I I woke up and I was like, oh, she's very wet. Which was good at first. And then it was too wet. I was like, oh, what's going on there? And then she was like, yeah, I think the dog pissed in the bed in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And it was morning at this time. So I was like, what do you mean? Like in the middle of the night, we've been laying in dog piss. And she's like, yeah, like no sense of urgency. And yeah, I still kept seeing her. That's the worst part. I was like,
sick fuck. Dude, when I saw you tell that story,
Yeah.
I was like, that's the one. I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, because this is the thing. I only came out like a year ago. I only discovered I was bi. So like, you know, I've been dating men all my life. So
Wow.
for me, a woman like allowing me to lie in dog piss is still not the worst thing to ever.
You know what? That's actually so fair.
Yeah, like I've put up with a lot of shit from men. I'll allow the dog piss to slide. So that which I think is more of a statement on men. So
When the standard is like so fucking
oh
low.
my God, the standard is so low. The standard is literally like, please don't like murder and rape me.
Exactly.
And some of them still can't figure that out, you know? It's
I know.
ridiculous.
What do we have to do?
Yeah, yeah.
How does it feel? So are you just over a year of being out?
Yes, just over a year.
So did you know for a while or was it just like, how did you find out?
Okay, so like I was, you know, I'm like a little Croatian girl. All my life been told, you know, you're going to grow up and be a wife and like you're going to be someone's bride. And I just thought that all my life. And then I did that. And then I was like, I hate this. This is not for me. And so when I got divorced, and also I got sober while I was married. And so when I came out of like the world as like a divorced woman that was sober, I was like a completely new person and discovering myself sexually and which is something I'd never done before because I'd always relied on alcohol to have sex, which led to some
Relatable
very disappointing
content, hey.
fucking sexual experiences. So then being sober and learning about this stuff, and I had a really sex positive boyfriend at the time and started having, you know, I did the gateway drug of threesomes and then started sleeping with women that way, and then I slept with a woman and I was like, oh yeah, I am bi fucking sexual. This is great. And so yeah, now I guess I'm bi, but I think I'm pan. I don't know what the difference is, you know, because bi is very much like it seems like turfy in a way.
I think the difference is that pan, correct me if I'm wrong, crew, but I think pan is like you're attracted to everyone and anyone, whereas bi is like either women or men.
Yes, but see, this is the thing. I include
non-binary,
yes,
trans, yeah.
Yeah, but like I assume most people do.
But that's what I thought.
Yes,
I've had this same thought, right? Because I'm like, I've always said, oh, I'm bi. And then when I realized when pan was the thing, I was like, what?
Yeah.
I thought that was what
No,
I was.
I've been saying this long.
Yeah, I'm like, shit, I fucked up.
Yeah, because I don't want to say I'm bi and then, you know, be excluding people because I'm like, I will fuck anyone.
Straight up. I always say, like, my friend was asking me how can I explain it in the most simple way possible.
Yeah.
And I was like, as long as something's up there. I just really, I'm not fussy about it. Just
yeah, 100%.
anything, well, not anything, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
anyone. Oh, fuck the birds.
Well, that's what you get with a backyard session.
Oh my God, backyard sessions, guys. We've got the native Australian birds.
Gorge.
Does anyone have an arrow? Or like a shotgun? No, I'm a vegan. Don't worry, guys.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That is the the tomato sauce bird, right?
Yeah.
Rosella?
The tomato sauce bird.
That's how I know it. Yeah.
Get off my lawn. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Beautiful.
Bianca's over. Not right now.
Yeah, not right now, guys.
Seriously. Oh my God. But yeah, I like your comedy because there is a lot of bi like realizations.
Yeah.
Which is so like relatable when I remember the first time I slept with a woman, I was just like, what the fuck have I been missing out on?
Oh my God. I didn't know. Like, the first girl I hooked up with, she knew it was my first time and she was like, I'm nervous. I'm like, you're nervous? Like, what are you nervous about? And she's like, because she's like, you have to be good, right? And I was like, I have a lifetime of sex with men to compare it to, babe. You're gonna be fine. Like
anything you do,
you're gonna be fine. And literally, like that, I felt like such an idiot because the whole time I was like, "Is this what it's like? Like, is this lesbians? Is this what they're doing? Is this what they've been doing? Because if that's what they've been doing, I've been missing out. What the fuck?" It just was so mind blowing. I could not stop thinking about it for like it was just like. It was like our souls merged together. It was incredible. Yeah. And I was like, wow, you know, because my boyfriend and I had an open relationship and he kept being like, well, I'm not worried about women. Then I had sex with a woman. I was like, no, you should be worried. Yeah. That should be your main concern, sex with women, because it's ridiculous. Yeah.
So you're single now.
Yes.
What's your thoughts on the dating scene as a comedian? Because I know it's a bit rough, isn't it?
Is it?
I feel like I get sometimes like a lot of, I don't know, it's like, I don't like the fan vibey. Not that I have fans, but like if someone's like, I really love your set, I'm like, I want you to hate me.
Yes.
So that's my toxic issue.
Yeah, no. Okay, yeah. I think a lot of my audience want to fuck me, but I think that's because I talk about sex so much.
Fair.
And I think people just feel like, oh, like she's easy, which I am. But that doesn't mean like, yeah, I don't know. But no, I find it annoying. Like I kind of like being a comedian and dating men because I just like love the moment when they decide to tell me like, oh, you are funny. I'm like, yeah. Well, I'm glad you think so, Greg, because up until this moment I didn't realize that I was, you know, like my comedy career was not an indication. But now that you have given me, you know, your blessing, thank you. But no, it is weird for me actually because I dated men for such a long time and obviously like men don't find women funny. So none of them would know who I was on Hinge. And then I started dating women and it was weird because women would be like, I'm actually a really big fan. And I'm like, I can't do this. I can't fuck a fan. That's so weird.
Well, what about when you're like extremely famous?
I don't know that's gonna. I mean, like, I just feels like you know what? I feel like I'm crossing a boundary. I feel like I'm taking advantage. You know, like I'm not a Weinstein. I don't know. Like, I just feel like there's like some power dynamic there that I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm taking advantage of someone.
You heard it here. She's not a Weinstein.
Not a Weinstein.
So that's really good news.
Yeah, good.
Really happy about that.
Thank you.
Do you like introverted people, more extroverted?
Well, I'm an introvert, so I like other introverts because they don't demand your time and your energy. But as far as like dating someone, I don't know. I don't think I like extroverts.
Yeah. It's kind of like a balance as well.
Yeah.
Do you like really funny people?
Yes. I don't want to hang out with someone if they're not funny, which is, I think that is a toxic trait of mine. Yeah.
Mate. I don't know. Right?
Like, what is someone bringing to the table if they're not funny? Like, what? Like, a good person? Like, what is...
I don't know. I was about to be like a big dick.
Oh, well, in that case, yeah.
I don't know. It's usually the people with the big dicks that are really funny, though. So, I don't know.
Interesting. That has not been my experience.
Oh, no.
I've seen dicks of all sizes be funny. So
wow,
yeah,
must be nice.
yeah. You heard that here first. No, yeah. I don't know. I definitely do. Yeah, I need someone to be able to make me laugh if I'm going to date someone. That has to be the number one thing, and I think that's the biggest attraction for me.
Well,
more
you're
so than anything.
spending so much time making other people laugh.
Yeah.
What about you?
What about me? Yeah. When's it my turn? Actually, I make myself laugh the most. Yeah. Yeah. I guess I.
So, like, how did you start? How did you get into comedy?
a different way, I think, to most people. Because I decided randomly that I was going to go to radio school because I was like, I want to be a radio personality, like just to pick an easy career that's really easy to get into. And I went to radio school, and then when I went to radio school, I met someone there. We became really good friends, and we started a podcast, and then that led into doing live shows, and then I realized I could perform live, and then we got signed to like a comedy manager, and he was like, why don't you just do stand up? Like, it would be easier than doing a solo a different show every time. Like, if you can do that, you can do stand up. And so he was like, told us to do stand up. So last year we did a stand up show together for the comedy festival, which was really good. And then I don't know, I just started getting like offered to do gigs on my own, and I was like, oh, I'm not really a comedian. Like, I'm not that I don't do like 5-minute spots. And they were like, no, you can.
So you've only been doing it like a couple years.
Yeah, like I guess doing like stand up for a year. But
you seem seasoned.
Yeah,
like you've been doing it a while.
Thank you. That's great to know. But yeah, no, and that's because like I haven't been in on the scene on like because there's like a comedy scene, like
everyone's around.
It's very clicky. Very clicky, and everyone else is friends, and I feel like I'm just like on the other side, like hi. So this year was like the first time of me actually knowing people, because I've been a bit more in this scene doing gigs and stuff. So I'm starting to know people. But I think I just came onto it and everyone was like, who are you? Where did you come from?
That's how I feel right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, hi. And everyone's just like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm actually Says. I deserve a place here.
Well, it's funny because Aurelia St. Clair posted her on Instagram like just after the festival, and she said like, this industry is really fucked because you rely so much on validation, and it seems like all the other comedians are friends and you're not included. And I was like, oh, well, good. I'm glad we all feel that way, because I thought that was just me, but yeah, everyone else is seemingly one connected organism.
We need to do like a social event and be like, everyone sit down, take a deep breath.
Yeah, like 2 truths and a lie.
Yeah.
I'd fuck that. I hate that thing. But yeah, we need some icebreakers or something.
Maybe a truth circle.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, I have noticed this. I'm going to, I don't know, I feel like in my, wait, what's your star sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Fucking
It's my birthday tomorrow.
Taurus season.
Yeah, Taurus season.
Oh,
yeah, Taurus
it's
energy.
Your birthday tomorrow.
Yeah. Taurus with Leo. Oh, and Gemini rising. That is a red flag.
Maybe this is what I'm thinking. Maybe the comedy industry, like we just need to take a survey of everyone's star signs, because I think the clickiness, I don't know.
No, I agree.
Be a thing.
I think there's a lot of Leos.
Yeah.
There's got to be Leos in there.
Yeah,
What's your star sign?
I'm Aries on the cusp of Taurus.
Oh, that's an interesting mix. I'm meeting a lot of those lately. A lot of them are coming into my life.
Well, some people are like, oh, cusps aren't real. And I'm like, fuck you. They definitely are real.
Yeah.
Because I've been confused my whole life about who I am and where I fit into this crazy world that we live in. But yeah, I do feel a Taurus within me and an Aries.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm gonna start using my star sign as an excuse, probably. Do you ever do that?
Yeah, I use it for other people. I'm like, I'm like, oh, classic Pisces.
If someone's pissing you off, you're like, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I'm like, we just would never mesh well because like you are a Libra. So
straight up.
But yeah, no, I don't really use it for myself because I think that Taurus is just like the best one. So like, we don't have any toxic traits. We're fine. No, we definitely do. But I feel like all the good Taurus traits I have, like I really love possessions.
Yes.
So there's that. And then
what's your love language?
Quality time. Yeah, quality time for sure. But interestingly enough, so I've never been a touchy person. I don't like to be touched. And then with my last boyfriend, his was physical touch. And so I've now become a physical person, and now I really touch people. Like I just touch my friends all the time, in a non-Weinstein way, but like just, like in a, you know, in a really cuddly way. And actually my ex and I were best friends, and I stayed at his house last night just for cuddles. So like we still like cuddle each other a lot, which like, yeah, so now I've become a physical person too.
Fuck, I wish I could do that with my ex.
Yeah, we're best friends.
Well,
it's
actually,
crazy.
I don't. All right, fuck you. Yeah, no, we're not on good terms, eh? Actually,
Yeah, no, I heard your song.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't think
It's
that.
heavy. Yeah, we're blocked. We've blocked each
Oh,
other
you've
and
got to the
everything.
block stage.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty fast. It definitely wasn't a stage. It was just like,
Really?
goodbye.
Yeah,
forever.
shit. That's sad.
Yeah.
I mean, but like, good that you made the right
It's
call.
okay. I mean, they come, they go. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not really about that cuddling afterwards.
Yeah.
But I respect it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've always wanted an ex that became a best friend, because I just, the Jerry and Elaine friendship,
That is the dream.
yeah. And now I have it, and it's like, oh, we should have broken up so long ago. Like, why were we together when we could have had this? So it's much better now.
Maybe
yeah.
one day I'll have that too.
Maybe one day you'll find someone and then you'll dump them and
I
they'll
just-
stay with you as a
I
friend.
just need to get in more relationships and then just like break up and then
Yeah.
find that connection. I have met a few people on Hinge or Tinder, and then you just end up becoming mates. You're like,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
not
yeah.
really attracted. And you're
Yes.
just like, oh, I actually think you're a good friend, hey?
Yeah, just be mates.
But nah, and also, so one of your bits that like 5 different people have mentioned to me, because I did this little list of shows that people should see.
Yeah.
And my friend, she went to your show and she was like, oh my God, I never thought about this toothbrush thing.
Yes.
And now it's literally changed my whole fucking life, Sarah.
Mhm.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And I was like, mate, it's a tell-all.
It is a tell-all. Yeah.
Explain this theory you have.
Right. So like, I won't fuck a guy if he doesn't have an electric toothbrush. Okay. Just because it's gross. It's not enough oral hygiene for me.
It's not sustainable.
It's
is
not
it?
sustainable. And you know, and this is the thing, because I realized like the story behind it, I've got like a real thing with it, but I didn't realize so many people would relate to it. But like, when I was married, my husband was just like hopeless that I would have to ask him like, did you brush your teeth today before you would leave the house? So like, oral health to me, yes. And often the answer was no.
Your
often the answer, yeah, my
husband?
husband. I was like raising this small child that I married apparently. And
Oh my God.
yeah, and it was really gross. And so then when I met, so I was in an open marriage, and I met my ex-boyfriend, now best friend, right? He was like fanatical about his oral health to like a level that I've never, and it was like the most attractive thing to me, because I was like, oh, this is so nice in comparison to what I've been dealing with. So like then oral health became like such a thing for me. And then yeah, like if I would go to someone's house and I would use their bathroom and I would see an electric toothbrush, I would feel relief. I'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, good, they too care about oral health. And I did, and then I started realizing that like, oh, this is a red flag for me, because yeah, dog piss girl, she was a manual brusher, and it always sat funny with me. And not only that, not
my
only was she
God.
a manual brusher, she'd be like, I'm going to go brush my teeth, and she would leave the room and come back like 30 seconds later, and I'd be like, that was not long enough. There is no way. And like, that was like 10 seconds to walk in there, 10 to brush, and 10 to come back. Like, I know you didn't brush your teeth long enough. That's why you of all people need an electric one, because it will time you for 2 minutes. But yeah, so I now am very much like absolutely not going to fuck someone if there's no electric
What about
toothbrush.
the toothpaste? Do you have a preference for toothpaste?
Interesting that you bring that up. When I was in primary school, for some reason, I wrote a story about a girl who went to a new school.
Oh,
And
shout out.
she got bullied because someone was like, oh, you've got toothpaste on your shirt. And she was like, oh, yeah, it's Colgate. And they were like, we use McLean's. And then everyone bullied her because she used Colgate. So I was very pro McLean's for some reason. That was the whole book, by the way. Like
The toothpaste shaming.
the toothpaste shaming. And then I was at the shops recently buying Colgate Total, of course. And I saw McLean's and I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe I used to be Team McLean's, to the point that I wrote a fucking book about this. But I will say, anyone that uses Sensodyne, like I get you have sensitive teeth, but like it's just not minty enough and it doesn't do enough of a job. It's like brushing with water. I don't know what you're
I
doing.
get triggered by like the really, really organic ones.
Oh,
where
Grants.
It's like eucalyptus
Yeah.
oil mixed with like.
The worst is people that use Lush tooth.
They do toothpaste?
No, it's not even a paste though. It's like these little buttons. It's like a mint and you chew it. Don't.
Oh, no.
There is no way in fucking hell
That's
I
New
will be doing
Brunswick.
that. No.
Damn.
Yeah, that is very, yeah. So grants, I'm not into grants, which is like, the really, but it's very intense, the grants one, like in the mintiness.
This is a proper issue though. Like now when I hook up with people, I really be looking in their bathroom.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Like,
it's really changed my life, to be honest. Thank you.
no, I'm changing lives. That's it. That's
Doing
what I'm out
God's
here doing.
work.
Yeah, doing God's work. Yeah.
So with like the men in your life, what do you feel like is the worst kind of fuckboy in Melbourne? Like if you could, a bit of traits.
I don't know. I've gotten, see, I don't really deal with fuckboys because I can just sense them out beforehand. I don't like, they don't get to that stage, that level where I would be tricked and bewitched by a fuckboy at this point in my life.
I wish I had that like back in my day,
Yeah.
I wish I knew that, because the reason why I ask is because a few times like you mention, you're like, oh, it's like I'm in the backyard of a Brunswick house, which she is right now.
Yeah.
But like the washing machine.
Oh yeah, I did fuck a guy on top of a washing machine. Yeah, no, I definitely used to be intrigued by the fuckboy.
And
like
you
the
learn.
like rolls his cigarettes and they love Bukowski and they
That's so true.
and they
no.
they wear those like little beanies and they
rolling.
If a guy has a top shelf whiskey brand that he likes, fuck that. Like if you are a whiskey snob, you can't tell the difference. And fuck you. Like, just no.
I don't know how these people are whiskey snobs when they can't even afford to pay like the water bill.
Interesting,
and they've got like $130 bottle of Scottish whiskey.
They've got an image to uphold, okay? Yeah. They've got to like this particular whiskey.
No, it's fucked. I've been to a few backyards where they have like full skate rinks in the backyard and then they have those barrels with like fires coming out of it. I'm like, okay. And then there's a BMW out the front. I'm like, so obviously this is daddy's money from Turak.
Yeah.
That got a skating rink.
Yeah. They're like
bonfires.
Yeah, they are like hip fishing.
Yes. Oh, that thing, North Fishing.
Yeah, North Fishing. It's like that. Yeah, because I mean, I'm not from Melbourne, and so I'm not really impressed by the Melbourne.
You're a
Melbourne-ness.
WA?
I'm a WA gal.
What's
yeah.
it like in WA?
Racist.
Yeah. You said it. I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's incredibly racist there, which you don't realize it until you come to Melbourne and then you go back and you're like, oh shit, okay, yeah, like people are rude.
All I've heard about is like Fremantle and Quokkas.
Oh yeah. They love a quokka and Fremantle people. Freo, you know. Yeah. I just I love Perth because I love the beach and I love my family's there, but I don't think I could live there again. Yeah.
Nah. I mean, Melbourne kind of has everything.
Yeah, it does, except for good weather and good beaches. But
we make compromises, don't we?
Like I remember because I moved here in like April, so I didn't even think of going to the beach. And then it got to summer, and someone was like, "I'll take you to the beach," and they took me to Port Melbourne, and I was like, a beach? This is not. I don't." And they're like, "Well, you've got to drive like an hour if you want to go to a good beach." And so then I did that, and I was like, "Again, this is not a beach."
That's
like,
what everyone says. Hey, they're like, just drive an hour.
Yeah, I'm like, no. So I'm like not I am not a beach snob because I live in Elwood and I will swim there all the time because I'm just like, it's better than nothing. I don't need to drive an hour to like Janjock or whatever to like go to a beach because I'm like, it's still rubbish in my opinion. Like I'm from WA, we got the best beaches, you know.
Yeah,
so
fair. They do look pretty blue.
So like shit is clear. Shit to me. So yeah, they're really nice there. But yeah, so all of my fuckboy vibes were really known at that age. Do you know what I mean? It's like I don't really know too many Melbourne fuckboy things.
Where I'm from, there's just like a lot of eshays and then like hippies.
What's an eshay?
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm embarrassed.
Dear Lord. So, you know, like lads, like on the train.
Oh,
those guys
yeah,
with
the boys. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Canterbury.
Right, yeah.
Gabba, gabba, gabba.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, yeah.
So
a lot of those.
That's what I grew up with.
Because you're from Sydney, right?
I'm from just outside Sydney.
Right.
Yeah, in the bush.
In the
mountains.
bush. Oh, right.
Yeah, but we've got the train line from Sydney out there. So I would get on the train and be like, here we go. The Exes are coming.
Why are they called Exes?
You know what? I think it's, do any of you know? I think it's backwards for something. It's like Latin for some kind of thing. Yeah, I can't.
I don't know.
But anyway, sorry, got off topic with that.
Right.
But do you have any plans for the rest of the year, comedy-wise? Or you just kind of...
Well, my mum wants me to come to WA and perform my show because she didn't get to see it. Yeah, I know, but I filmed it. I got it filmed for her, so she has seen it. But she's like, no, I want to see it live, and she wants me to come and perform it at the Yugoslavian club in and I'm like, yeah, I could do that. So like that's like one thing, but I will pick up some gigs and stuff, I'm sure, but just want to keep doing more comedy. It's really fun. Like learning how to do stand up has been really a fun thing for me.
It is. And we will fix the comedy scene together.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. We'll get everyone on Co-Star. We'll add everyone on Co-Star. Yeah. And then that will be like the prerequisite. If you want to get a gig in this town, you've got to add us on Co-Star.
I'm just going to start walking to rooms and like with a little clipboard and be like, everyone,
100%.
Put your names down, put your date of birth down.
Time of birth.
I want the time of day.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I'm not joking, but thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, no worries. Thank you for having me.
We're going to put all of Bianca's info in the show notes, and I mean, yeah, go see her, do a gig. Hopefully we're at the same comedy night sometime soon.
I hope so.
I mean, blessed if so. Oh my God. Starstruck right now.
Oh my God, no. Me blessed. I remember your song was so good, and then your eye makeup was incredible. And I just remember being like, this girl is a babe. Like, loving.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. My head's already too big. It's already too big these days. I've got to stay humble.
Yeah, exactly.
So humble. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you.
One last pint, the band's alright. You wanna come back with says courtyard, grab a sketchy pub. You wanna come back with says
Ample. Here.
Is this thing on?
Yeah, that's on. Don't touch that.